Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with a more Masterful Cat is Depressed Again, this time Volume 6. And Volume 6 is a very slow chapter, slow volume. It's not a lot of big character development, we already had that. It's a little bit slower, a little bit more fun, relaxing, although there is a character that does get some love, which we'll talk about later. One of the first topics at hand is that there's talks of dating, either for Yukichi. He's what if he gets a wife? Will she be accepted? How things go? There's also talk of Saku later on about her dating life and how pretty much every man that asks her out, she just says no. But then when her coworker asks for a drink, yeah, she says yes. It's dating is a little bit of pressure on her. They think that she's going to be working there. Coworkers thinking she's going to work there for the rest of her life. She's never going to get a husband, sort of shtick. Things like that. There's also Saku and Yukichi. They play some rock, paper, scissors, and they get bonked in the head. Saku is the woman of the choice. There's also a Yumi concert, which happens in between a very prominent point in the volume, which we'll talk about. But yeah, Saku wants to get a picture for Yukichi and also get some rice balls that are Yumisi themed. We also have a nightmare involving Saku has a nightmare and how Yukichi solves that. There's the delivery person, how that is handled. So there's some good moments. But also, if Yukichi gets bigger, it talks about how you need to get a bigger house and take out a 30-year mortgage. And Yukichi is sort of worried. But the big moment is actually the character Nishina, or Yonisha. She gets some character development. In chapter 59, or can 59, Saku runs into her, and she has green hair, and finds out she's in a band. They have a little talk, and we'll get back to that. You have the Yumisi thing, and some other things, but it comes about in Can 67. There's talk about spring cleaning. Yukichi has done his work. He's already done his duty. He's ahead of the schedule. But Saku runs into Nishina, and she is very tired. She's had a concert, she's had schooling, she's had work. She's worn out, and she practically passes out in Saku's arms. Saku's got to take her back to her place. When she gets there, she discovers that her apartment is an absolute mess, much like hers. So she figures a way of getting a hold of Yukichi and her Saku work on it, although Saku sucks at it, so Yukichi has to take over. But they clean the apartment, they feed her. Now, when she does get awake and realizes things have happened, they're still not sure that the cat, her boss and Yukichi are not, her and her boss are still thinking that Yukichi is an actual person inside. But she eventually, she wakes up, she recognizes that she does have a problem, and she actually wanted to pay them for the services, because she did have a big cleaning moment. She was going to call some cleaners and clean that place up, but they were there and saved her. We get a journey of her being into music. She was as a kid, and then as she was getting older, she came to realize that she does have the passion, but she doesn't want to be with one of her group members. Arya, who's the lead singer, it seemed to my interpretation that she loved music, but she wanted to go her own way. Like, she didn't want to be in the background. She wanted to be number one, is kind of how I see it. And Saku talks about it. She was wanting to give it up, but Saku says, if you have a passion and you're really good at it, then pursue it. I wasn't gifted like my parents. And so there's that character moment. She does, after Saku leaves, she does call her friend Arya. I believe it's actually Arya. Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. Aya is actually her name. Okay, Aya is her name, so close enough. Arya. Alright, it's not the best, but okay. She calls her up, and then they talk, and it's like, yeah, I think I need to get my own way. It's possible that she'll come back to music, but I didn't think she was completely giving up. She just wanted to go her own way. Is, like I said, that's our interpretation. But then we get to the end of the chapter, and this is in the past, and this is probably Yukichi's toughest battle to date. So Yukichi's got a hold of a rice maker. He makes rice, but when Saku gets home, she discovers that, wait a minute, did we always have this rice maker? Did I make this? She starts losing her marbles, and she actually decides to go to work and quit, and her boss is super disgusted. And in her process of running home, she accidentally falls down. She gets injured. She starts crying to Yukichi, please don't leave me, blah, blah. But Yukichi's like, I'll stay with you, although I don't understand what you're doing. Although I realize I have a giant mess on my hand. I've got to clean blood up. Which I think, from what Yukichi has to deal with, I think that's probably maybe his toughest challenge, is getting blood out of clothing, especially a bright white stocking. So I think that's his probably maybe most challenging from my perspective. I mean, yeah, he does a lot of cleaning and everything, but like when you're a giant cat, that's no problem. I know, I just felt that it was his toughest battle for him. But yeah, that was basically the end. It was a nice, just relaxing chapter. We learned a little bit more about Nishina and her passions and a little slice of life. It wasn't super funny, but it still got me some chuckles. It was a good volume. I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to check out this volume and the anime, like I keep saying over again, because I want this anime to get a second season. I want to continue. It is up to volume 9, which is going to be out next year. They do take a while to get this one out, which, hey, no complaints. I've got 2 more volumes to read, one of which I have not read yet. I'll be doing it for the first time. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Make sure to have a wonderful day. And since I'm going to be publishing this on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing live stream for Digimon Laborer, so you can hear my voice if you really like it. But yeah, see you guys next time, or later today. God bless you all.